Hello, my dear student. Myself S.B. Jadhav, subject physics, and from today's lecture, we start the new chapter that is chapter number 13. Name of the chapter is AC circuits. So, in today's first lecture, you have to study the introduction of the chapter that is very important, and then the first article that is the average values of the alternative voltage and current. So, see the AC circuits. You heard the two words many times, that is the AC DC. AC DC. What is this AC DC? You know, there are two type of electric supply. In our house, the MACB gives us the supply, electric supply, that is the AC supply. जे आपल्या घरामध्ये जो सप्लाय आलेला आहे, that is the AC supply. And there is another one electric supply, that is the DC. If you take the dry cell that is in the torch, आपली बॅटरी जी असते घरामधली टॉर्च, त्यामध्ये जो ड्राय सेल आहे, तो जो सेल वापरलेला आहे, that cell gives us the electric supply, gives us the electric energy, that is the DC supply. तो काय असणार आहे? DC supply असणार आहे. So there are two type of electric supply, that is the AC and DC. What is actual difference between this AC and DC? या दोन्हीमध्ये फरक काय? What is meant by AC and DC? That you have to study in the form of the difference between them. So, see, this is the AC and this one is the DC. If you see the DC source, that is the cell in the battery, if you observe carefully, when that cell is inserted in the torch, you have to insert in proper way. It means the polarity is given on that cell, that is the positive and negative. म्हणजे तो सेल बॅटरीमध्ये टाकताना त्याच्यावरती जे पोलॅरिटी दिलेलं आहे पॉझिटिव्ह आणि निगेटिव्ह, त्याचा तुम्हाला तिथे विचार करावा लागतो. सो द DC source having fixed polarity, DC source having fixed polarity. If we try to show this DC source, here, this is, suppose this one is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. On the y-axis, suppose the current, and here it is the omega t. If you see the DC, it having the fixed polarity. आता बघा, समजा हे जर दाखवलं तुम्ही इथे, suppose this voltage 6 volt. For example, this voltage is 6 volt. It means this is 6, this one is 6, 6, 6. It is constant. फिक्स पोलॅरिटी. हे कसं आहे? पॉझिटिव्ह. फिक्स पोलॅरिटी. पोलॅरिटी बदलणार आहे का? नाही. यू कॅन ऑल्सो शो दिस DC सोर्स और DC सप्लाय इन दिस वे. हियर या वेव फॉर्म मध्ये सुद्धा तुम्ही दाखवू शकता. पॉझिटिव्ह, 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 पॉझिटिव्ह. फिक्स पोलॅरिटी. त्याची पोलॅरिटी बदलणार आहे का? नाही. हियर यू कॅन ऑल्सो शो द DC सप्लाय इन दिस वे. निगेटिव्ह, निगेटिव्ह, निगेटिव्ह. निगेटिव्ह आहे, fixed polarity, negatives राहणार, बदलणार नाही. So the DC source having fixed polarity. But if you see that point in terms in AC, the polarity change. The polarity of the AC is change continuously. See here. That AC supply can be shown in terms of this sine wave. बघा बरं आता, this one is positive, this one is negative, again positive, again negative. It means the polarity of the AC source does not fix, it change. Every half cycle, the AC change its direction. बघा ना, ही हाफ सायकल आणि ही पुढची एक हाफ सायकल, हाफ प्लस हाफ दॅट इज 1. म्हणजे या दोन सायकल मिळून एक सायकल तयार झालेली आहे इथून तर इथपर्यंत. दिस इज द वन सायकल, दिस वन इज द हाफ सायकल, दिस वन इज द हाफ सायकल. गॉट इट? सो इन AC फॉर एव्हरी हाफ सायकल इट चेंज इज डिरेक्शन. कशी होते? पॉझिटिव्ह. इथं आल्यानंतर काय झाला? निगेटिव्ह. परत काय झाला? पॉझिटिव्ह. then negative. It means the AC source change its polarity every half cycle, but in DC the polarity is fixed. Okay. The next point. This is the unidirectional current. Okay. One side's its polarity does not change. Positive, positive, or negative, negative. Unidirectional. This electric supply, that is the unidirectional current. You get the unidirectional current. DC means direct current. Okay. If you see here AC, AC म्हटल्यानंतर alternating current. That is DC current. This one is the alternating current. The direction change. It is just we had seen that after every half cycle, it change its direction, but it does not change direction. It is the unidirectional. Got this? In our house, we use the many appliances. Out of that, some appliances it directly works on AC electric supply, and the some appliances its work on the DC. So, see here. Example of AC. It means the appliance directly which is run on AC. That is fan, fridge, AC. AC means not alternating current this. AC means AC. Heater coil for the heating of the water, we use the heater coil. These are the some appliances works in the house and it is directly works on AC. ते कशावरती डायरेक्ट AC वरती जातात. But if you see the example of the DC, that is the appliances which works on or run on DC, that is the TV, computer, radio. Okay, these are the some appliances which works on DC. Then question is arise here, when we start the TV, computer, radio, you insert the plug of these appliances in AC. Then how you say it works on DC. हे जोडताना आपण तो प्लग कुठे टाकतोय त्या पिन मध्ये टाकतो म्हणजे AC सप्लाय घेतोय आपण. But inside these appliances there is a one circuit that is called as the rectifier, and with the help of rectifier that AC supply is gets converted into DC, and on that DC supply these appliances is works. Got it? So rectifier is a device which converts AC into DC. AC चं conversion DC मध्ये कोण करतंय? That is the rectifier. You have to study that rectifier in detail in the next one chapter, that is the semiconductor. So simply here only remember that it converts AC into DC. This is the AC supply. This one is the DC supply. So there are two type of electric supply, AC and DC. But the AC supply is easy to transport. It is cheap to transport. म्हणजे सर्वकडे जर बघितलं तर आपण कुठला सप्लाय इझिली अवेलेबल सप्लाय कुठला असणार आहे, दॅट इज द AC सप्लाय. It is easy to transport, and from that AC then we obtain the DC. आणि तो पाठवण्यासाठी खर्च सुद्धा कसा येतोय? कमी येतोय. So the easily available supply, that is the AC supply. What this? How that AC is produced? आता हा AC कसा तयार करतात? You know the AC generator. Already in the previous standard, that is in 10th standard or in 9th standard, you have studied that this AC generator. What is this AC generator? बघा आता लाईट गेल्यानंतर आपण जनरेटर चालू करतोय. पण लाईट ज्यावेळेस असते त्यावेळेस तो सप्लाय कुठला आहे? AC. आणि जनरेटर चालू केल्यानंतर now that generator gives us the same supply, that is the AC supply. So generator gives the AC supply. Generator कुठला supply देतो आपल्याला? AC supply देतो. What is this AC generator? म्हणून त्याला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? AC generator. See here. Very simple. Already you have studied this part. Suppose this is the uniform magnetic field B, and when one rectangular coil is placed in this uniform magnetic field, and suppose that rectangular coil is rotate in this uniform magnetic field. ती coil काय होते? या magnetic field मध्ये काय होते? Rotate होते. In the previous chapter already it's seen that. When this coil is rotated in this magnetic field, then definitely the magnetic field, magnetic flux passing through this coil or the magnetic flux linked with this coil is goes on changing, and according to Faraday's law, the EMF is induced in that coil. The EMF is induced in that coil, and that EMF induced in the coil, that is the E is equal to E0 sin omega t. E is equal to E0 sin omega t. It means the EMF which is induced in this coil, it is depends on time. It is depends on time. बघा इथं आल्यानंतर डिरेक्शन बदलली. Again the direction change. So and that EMF is varies according to sign. So when that coil is rotated in the magnetic field, magnetic flux linked with that coil is goes on changing according to Faraday's law. EMF is induced, and that EMF is E is equal to E0 sin omega t, called as equation number. त्या कॉइल मध्ये जे EMF तयार होते, जे इंड्यूस EMF आहे, ती इंड्यूस किती असणार आहे? E is equal to E0 sin omega t, and that EMF is varies according to sin omega t. कशानुसार बदलते ते? साइन ओमेगा टी, म्हणजे अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन ऑफ दिस कॉइल. कॉइल असे रोटेट होते ना, अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन ऑफ द कॉइल आणि त्याचं साइन फंक्शन यानुसार ते त्या कॉइलमध्ये तयार होणारं इंड्यूस EMF ची डिरेक्शन बदलते. बघा आता इथे सपोज इफ यू सी हियर EMF and that is angle of rotation, that is omega t. Omega is the angular frequency. If this coil is rotated through an angle 90 degree, 90 means pi by 2, means this is pi by 2, this one is pi, this one is 3 pi by 2, and this one is 2 pi. हे फेस तुम्हाला माहीतच आहे नाही का. पाय बाय 2 म्हणजे 90, पाय मीन्स 180, 3 पाय बाय 2 म्हणजे 270 आणि 2 पाय म्हणजे 360. ओके. When that coil is rotated in the magnetic field through 90 degree, see this EMF, it goes on increasing, reach up to the maximum value, and this maximum value of the EMF, it is called as the peak EMF. It is called as the peak EMF, and it is denoted by E0. It is denoted by E0. See here, E0, that is the peak value of the EMF, maximum value of the EMF, or it is also called as the Emax. That is the maximum value of the EMF. Okay, you got this? See here. Now pi. If you put the value of theta, that is pi, म्हणजे इथला अँगल जर तुम्ही पाय घेतला था, pi means 180, and value of sin 180 is 0, so that EMF is 0. Okay, that EMF is कुडाला 0 ला आलं. pi by 2 म्हणजे sin 90, sin 90 ची व्हॅल्यू जर इक्वेशन नंबर 1 मध्ये टाकली, sin 90 is 1. So induced EMF having the maximum value, that is the E0, ती व्हॅल्यू इथे मिळाली. pi ला 0. ओके. 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 म्हणजे किती? 270. sin 270 ची व्हॅल्यू जर बघितली तुम्ही, इट इज -1. So this is again maximum EMF, but it is negative, minus E0. Next angle बघा, इथे किती अँगल आहे? 2 pi. 2 pi means 360. Okay, if you put that value here, sin 360, its value is 0. So the EMF in the coil is 0. Got it? Simply remember that the EMF which is induced in that coil is varies according to the sign of the angle of rotation of the coil. त्या कॉइलचा अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन जो असणार आहे, त्या अँगल ऑफ रोटेशनचं साइन फंक्शन, त्यानुसार ती EMF त्याची डिरेक्शन बदलत जाते. आणि यू गेट इन दिस वे. दिस इज द sine curve. It is called as the sine curve or sinusoidal EMF. हे कसं असणार आहे? Sinusoidal EMF. साईनच्या फॉर्म मध्ये, साइन वेव्हच्या फॉर्म मध्ये. So it is called as the sinusoidal EMF. Every half cycle it change its direction. Therefore, it is called as the AC voltage, alternating current or AC voltage म्हणजे alternate, positive, negative, positive, negative. So it is called as the AC. Got this? Now, this is the EMF induced in this coil, and due to that induced EMF, the current is flowing in the circuit which is connected to this coil. या कॉइलला आपण जर सर्किट जर कनेक्ट केलं, काही कंपोनेंट कनेक्ट केले, तर याच्यामध्ये induced EMF तयार होते, and due to that induced EMF, current is flowing, and definitely the EMF is AC, not DC here. EMF is AC, and so the current flowing due to this AC EMF, again it is the alternating current. तो current सुद्धा कसा असणार आहे? Alternating current असणार आहे, and therefore we write the equation that is I is equal to I0 sin omega t plus alpha, where alpha is the phase difference between the EMF म्हणजे व्होल्टेज आणि करंट यांच्यामधला फेज डिफरन्स. बघा, समजा हे व्होल्टेज आहे, हे करंट आहे, हे दोन्ही पॅरलल जर चाललं असं व्होल्टेज आणि करंट, देर इज नो फेज डिफरन्स. पण असं व्होल्टेज पुढे आहे, करंट पाठीमागे आहे, देर इज करंट इज लॅग्स बिहाइंड द व्होल्टेज. इट मीन्स देर इज समथिंग फेज डिफरन्स, देर इज फेज डिफरन्स. दॅट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ दिस अल्फा. हे आपल्याला पुढे येणारच आहे डिटेलमध्ये. सो आय इज इक्वल टू I0 sin ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा. This is the alternating current flowing due to this alternating EMF. या alternating EMF मुळे जो करंट फ्लो होणार आहे तो करंट सुद्धा कसा असणार आहे? That is the alternating current. Okay. Remember these two equations. That is equation number 1 and equation number 2. This is the deleted part from the chapter for this year. Okay. But this equation is very important equation. You have to take the help of this equation in the next article. So we discuss this part. Got this point? Now see here. Okay. Now you have to study the next article. That is the first article from the chapter, average and RMS values of alternating EMF and alternating current. Name of the chapter, that is the AC circuits. Therefore, here you have to focus on the AC supply. It may be AC EMF or AC current. So what is the average and RMS means root mean square value of the alternating voltage, that is EMF, and alternating current. या अल्टरनेटिंग EMF आणि अल्टरनेटिंग करंटच्या ॲव्हरेज आणि RMS व्हॅल्यूज म्हणजे काय ते आपल्याला या ठिकाणी शिकायचं. सी हिअर. फर्स्ट सी द ॲव्हरेज व्हॅल्यू ऑफ द EMF and alternating EMF and current. Average value. Why it is necessary to calculate the average value of EMF or current? If you see here, suppose here it is the EMF and that is the angle of rotation. See here. This alternating EMF is goes on increasing, reach up to the maximum values. Suppose this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the 5. It means the alternating voltage or current is goes through all the values. Direct 5 झालं की नाही, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 असं बदलत गेलं. So alternating EMF or current is goes through all the values in between the 0 to 5. For example, okay, if you take the DC, suppose it is the 6 volt. ही 0 to 6 गेलं का नाही, डायरेक्ट तुम्ही 6 volt केलेला आहे, it remains constant. So here it is no need to calculate the average, but here 0 to 5 it takes all the values in between the 0 to 5. When such a case is occur, at that time you calculate the average. So You have to calculate the average value of alternating EMF or alternating current. Now see again. If we calculate the average EMF over the complete cycle म्हणजे काय? This is the one cycle. If we calculate the average value of alternating EMF or current, हे alternating EMF आहे. Due to that the current is flowing, that current is also alternating to current सुद्धा कसा असणार आहे? याच पद्धतीने असणार आहे. That is also the alternating current. So in case of AC, if we calculate the average in the one cycle, it means if you calculate the average in complete cycle at that time, can you tell me what is the value of that average? That average is 0. This is positive. And the same amount of this negative. Positive जेवढा आहे तेवढंच negative आहे. So the average in the complete cycle in one cycle of the AC, that is 0. So to calculate the average of EMF or current, we consider only the half cycle. We consider the half cycle. See here. What is the average value? This is the average of all values of EMF or current over one half cycle. एक हाफ सायकल तुम्ही कन्सिडर केल्यानंतर या हाफ सायकल मध्ये जेवढ्या ईएमएफच्या व्हॅल्यूज असतील किंवा जेवढ्या ईएमएफचे जेवढे अल्टरनेटिव्ह करंटच्या व्हॅल्यूज असतील या सर्वांचं ॲव्हरेज, इट इज नथिंग बट द ॲव्हरेज व्हॅल्यू ऑफ द ईएमएफ or current. What is? So to calculate the average value, we take the average of all the values of EMF or current over the half cycle, not over the full cycle. If you consider full cycle, then that average is 0. Got this? Now see. E is equal to E0 sin omega t. It means that EMF, the value of the EMF is goes on changing with the sin omega t. This is the maximum value. म्हणजे इंड्यूस ईएमएफ तयार होत आहे, हे कशानुसार बदलत आहे? अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन, साइन ऑफ द अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन. ही व्हॅल्यू जशी जशी बदलत जाईल अँगल ऑफ रोटेशन तसं तसं तयार होणारे ईएमएफ जे असणार आहे ते ईएमएफ सुद्धा बदलत जाणार आहे. आणि यू हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द ॲव्हरेज व्हॅल्यू. सो कॅल्क्युलेट द ॲव्हरेज ऑफ दिस साइन थीटा और साइन ओमेगा टी. याचंच ॲव्हरेज काढावं लागेल ना. यू गेट द ॲव्हरेज ऑन. सी. So average value of sin theta over half cycle. हाफ ॲव्हरेज काढण्यासाठी हाफ सायकलच आपल्याला कन्सिडर करावी लागणार आहे. हाफ सायकल म्हटल्यानंतर 0 to पाय. सो ॲव्हरेज ऑफ साइन थीटा दॅट इज साइन ओमेगा टी ओव्हर हाफ सायकल. हाफ सायकल वरती फक्त साइन थीटाचं ॲव्हरेज काढायचं. ओव्हर हाफ सायकल इट मीन्स 0 to पाय. बघा ना इथं इथपर्यंत किती आला? 0 पासून स्टार्ट झाला आणि पाय. दॅट इज 0 to पाय डिग्री. दॅट इज इक्वल टू. This is the symbol of average. Sin theta is equal to. How we calculate the average? If you have to calculate the average of any value, use this formula. That is integration of I dt. That is equal to integration of I dt upon this dt. हा formula वापरायचा आहे. So to calculate the average of sin theta, that is equal to integration of कुठून कुठपर्यंत 0 to pi sin theta with respect to dt. आता theta with respect to काय असणार आहे? dt असणार आहे का? No, that is the d theta upon integration of 0 to pi dt म्हणजे d theta. Got this point? Now in the next step, now integration of sin theta into d theta, that is minus cos theta. हे आपल्याला माहीतच पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, स्टँडर्ड फॉर्म्युला आहे. minus cos theta. Put the limit, that is 0 to pi upon integration of d theta, that is the theta limit, that is 0 to pi. Now put the limit. Put upper limit minus then lower limit. So minus cos. Put the upper limit, that is cos pi. Okay. Minus lower limit टाकताना minus sign. minus काय होणार आहे? प्लस. ओके. आणि काय टाकायचं आहे? थीटाची व्हॅल्यू काय टाकणार आहे? कॉस 0 अपॉन इथे सुद्धा त्याच पद्धतीने पाय अप्पर लिमिट मायनस दिस लोअर लिमिट. ओके. that is equal to cos value of cos pi is minus 1 and this minus plus 1 plus cos 0 its value is 1 upon pi 2 upon pi 2 upon 3.142 and if we calculate this then we get the 0.637. 0.637. What is this? This is the average of sin theta. This is the average of sin theta over the half cycle. And you have to calculate the average value of EMF and alternating current. So, the average value of alternating current I average that is equal to maximum किती value आहे त्याची? That is the I0. So, how you calculate the average? That is I average is equal to 0.637 into I0. ही काय मिळाली तुम्हाला? Alternating current ची average value मिळेल. In the same way, what is the E average? जे EMF तयार होणार आहे त्याची average value. मॅक्झिमम किती आहे? E0. कशानुसार बदलते हे? साइन थीटाचे साइन थीटानुसार. मग साइन थीटाचा ॲव्हरेज तुम्ही काढलेला आहे. So multiply that maximum value to 0.637 into E0. Remember these two formulae. This is the average value of the alternating current and this one is the average value of the alternating EMF. Okay. Now next you have to calculate now you have to calculate the root mean square that is the RMS values of the alternating EMF and alternating current. आता काय करायचे तुम्हाला त्याच alternating EMF आणि alternating current ची average value काढलेली आहे. Now you have to calculate its RMS values. You have to calculate the RMS value. Now see here. If you take here the average over the one cycle, then the average of EMF of current over the one cycle it is 0. And if you see the voltage or current measuring instrument that is the ammeter or voltmeter, this ammeter or voltmeter measure the values over the complete cycle in one complete cycle. Okay. That is the ammeter and voltmeter. These instruments measure the voltage or current in the complete cycle. And you know, in case of AC, the voltage or current in one cycle that is 0. So the voltmeter moving coil, voltmeter or ammeter measures only the DC voltage and DC current. It cannot measure the values of AC voltage or AC current because these meters measure the voltage and current in the complete cycle, in one complete cycle, and in one complete cycle the value of AC that is 0, and therefore these meters does not measure the values of AC voltage or AC current. It measure only the DC voltage and DC current. Then how you measure this AC voltage and AC current? Because after every half cycle that AC voltage or AC current change its direction. This one is the positive, this one is the negative, and therefore it is 0. Then how you measure the values of AC voltage and AC current over the complete cycle? या complete cycle मधला AC voltage आणि AC current कसं measure करणार तुम्ही? The meters cannot be measured because in one complete cycle that is 0. So these meters cannot use to measure the values of AC voltage or AC current. Then how it is measured? For that we use the one property which is the one property, that is the heating property. That is the heating property. Let me 1 minute. So now see here how you measure the root mean square value, that is the RMS value of the alternating EMF and alternating current. Okay, just we had seen that these values cannot be measured with the help of ammeter or voltmeter. To measure the value, RMS value of the AC voltage or AC current, we use the one property here, that is the heating property. You know, heating property, that is heat produced, that is nothing but the I square RT. I square R. The heat produced, that is proportional to I square. And if you take the square of any quantity, then definitely it is positive. For example, 2 square is 4 and minus 2 square is 4. If you take the square of any quantity, then it is positive. Here what happened? For every half cycle, the direction of the voltage or the direction of the current is goes on changing. It is positive and it is negative. Therefore, if we take the square, so then it is no question about the change of direction. Square जर घेतला तर तो square नेहमी कसा येणार आहे? Positive येणार आहे. So here we use the heating property. How? See here. For example, we consider here one resistor and pass the AC voltage, that is the AC EMF through this resistor for the time t. When this AC voltage is passed or AC current is passed through this resistor R for time t, suppose heat produced here, that is H. AC voltage apply केल्यानंतर त्या रेजिस्टर मधून टी इतक्या वेळा करता तर किती हीट प्रोड्यूस झाली? H एवढी हीट, H amount of heat is produced there. Okay. Now you can't measure this AC voltage or AC current with the help of meter. Therefore, now pass the DC voltage or apply the DC voltage to this resistor in such a way that in the same time t, you have to produce the heat H in that resistor. काय केलं सुरुवातीला? AC व्होल्टेज अप्लाय केलं तुम्ही त्या रेजिस्टर मध्ये, टी इतक्या वेळामध्ये H एवढी हीट प्रोड्यूस झाली. आता काय केलंय? DC व्होल्टेज अप्लाय केलं आणि तेवढ्याच वेळामध्ये त्याच रेजिस्टर मध्ये किती हीट प्रोड्यूस झाली पाहिजे? H एवढीच हीट प्रोड्यूस झाली पाहिजे. अशा पद्धतीने तुम्ही DC करंट यामधून पास करणार किंवा DC व्होल्टेज या ठिकाणी अप्लाय करणार. Such a value of DC which produce the same heat H in the same resistor R in the same time t, which is produced at the time of AC. So the such a value of the DC is called as effective value of the AC or virtual value of the AC, or it is called as the RMS value of the AC. Very simple concept. AC आणि DC. AC तुम्हाला डायरेक्टली मीटरवरती मेजर करता येत नाही. पण AC पास केल्यानंतर H एवढी हाईट प्रोड्यूस झाली. मग आता DC घेतल्यानंतर तेवढीच हाईट प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी किती DC लागणार आहे? तेवढा DC पास करायचा, तेवढ्याच वेळात तेवढीच हीट प्रोड्यूस झाली पाहिजे या पद्धतीने. मग आता AC आणि DC ची व्हॅल्यू कशी झाली? इथे सेम झाली ना. Same amount of heat is produced. So this value of DC, it is called as the effective value of the AC. या AC ची ही DC काय असणार आहे? Effective value असणार आहे. Or this value of the DC is called as the virtual value of the AC. त्या AC ची काय असणार आहे? Virtual value. Or this value of DC, it is called as the RMS value. of the AC. Then how you calculate? How you calculate this RMS value? It means what is the relation between the RMS value and peak value of the current or voltage. So squaring property. We use this property to measure them for the measurement of AC. So I square RMS. I square RMS. याचं काय काढायचं आहे तुम्हाला आता ॲव्हरेज काढायचं आहे. सो दॅट इज इक्वल टू इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ काय घ्यायचं तुम्हाला आता 0 टू कुठपर्यंत आलात तुम्ही इथे 2 पाय आहे ना कंप्लीट सायकल आता बरोबर आहे सो 0 टू पाय सो ॲव्हरेज ऑफ आय स्क्वेअर आर एम एस इज इक्वल टू 0 टू 2 पाय आय स्क्वेअर डी थिटा आय स्क्वेअर डी थिटा करंट नाही का कशानुसार बदलतोय त्या अँगलनुसार बदलतो ना सो आय स्क्वेअर इंटू डी थिटा अपॉन 0 to 2 pi this in the previous case that is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Now put the value of I, that is value of I, that is I is equal to I0 I0 sin omega t. So I0 square त्याचा I square म्हणून I0 square sin square theta into d theta. Okay, omega t ऐवजी we write theta here because theta is equal to omega t or omega t is equal to theta. Therefore, this sin square theta into d theta upon integration of the d theta, that is theta limit, that is 0 to pi, that is equal to take I naught square, that is the maximum value of the AC current, take outside integration of 0 to 2 pi sin square theta into d theta upon put the limit, that is 2 pi minus theta. Okay, after this see here I naught square upon 2 pi I naught square upon this 2 pi integration of काय राहिलं 0 to 2 pi sin square theta into d theta. Instead of that there is a standard trigonometric formula, we write 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2 into d theta. हे कसं लिहिलं आहे हे सारा ट्रिग्नोमेट्रीच्या फॉर्म्युलावरून आपण लिहिलेलं आहे. दॅट इज इक्वल टू आय नॉट स्क्वेअर अपॉन 2 आय नॉट स्क्वेअर हा 2 सुद्धा बाहेर घेतला म्हणजे आय नॉट स्क्वेअर अपॉन 2 इंटू इथला हा 2 पाय म्हणजे 1 अपॉन 2 पाय इन ब्रॅकेट. आता हे सेपरेट करू आपण हे तर बाहेर आलेलं आहे याचा प्रश्न मिटला 0 to 2 pi theta into 1 that is d theta minus this minus sign 0 to 2 pi cos 2 theta into d theta, that is equal to I naught square upon 2 into 1 upon 2 pi as it is. Then this is integration of this, that is theta 0 to 2 pi minus. Okay, and instead of this we write again this. Okay, now see here, that is equal to I naught square upon 2 into 1 upon 2 pi as it is in bracket. Upper limit minus lower limit that is 0. So instead of theta we write 2 pi minus 1 half minus 1 half. आणि थीटाची व्हॅल्यू काय टाकायची आपल्याला 2 pi. Here it is already 2 into 2 that is 4 pi. So sin 4 pi that is equal to this as it is into 2 pi and this one is the 0 sin 4 pi. So that is equal to I naught square upon 2 these 2 pi get cancelled. So I RMS आता हे कशा बरोबर आलेलं आहे तुम्हाला आय स्क्वेअर आर एम एस बरोबर आलेलं आहे. स्टार्टिंग आपण तिथून केलं होतं. So if you take its square root, that is the I RMS, that is equal to its square root, that is I naught upon 2, that is its square root is 2. Now put the value of square root of 2, we get the 0.707 into I0. 1 upon under root of 2 हे किती येणार 0.707 and this I naught as it is. In the same way, we write E RMS, that is equal to E0 upon under root of 2, that is equal to 0.707 into E0. Got? These are the RMS values of alternating current and alternating EMF. Alternating current and alternating EMF. Or this is the relation between the RMS value of the alternating current and its peak value. This is the relation between the RMS value of the alternating EMF and its peak value. Got this? So, in today's lecture, we will stop here. The remaining part from this chapter will continue on next lecture. Okay? Thank you.